Don't Worry Darling is directed by Olivia Wilde. It stars Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde herself, Chris Pine and Gemma Chan. And in Wilde's new movie, couple Alice and Jack seem to be living the perfect life in the 1950s under this guy called Frank, who is running something called the Victory Project, where the men go to work and the women just stay at home clean and live the perfect lives. But soon the wife Alice notices suspicious activity as one of the people there decides to commit suicide after telling that everything is not as they seem. Now, just before I get into this review, I just want to say I'm reviewing this as the movie. I don't give a crap what happened behind the scenes. Yes, it's pretty bad. Yes, it's a real joke what's happened. But I'm reviewing this as the film, not what happened behind the scenes. So I was really hyped for this movie. I was really excited to see what Olivia Wilde could do. I really like the movie Booksmart. I don't think it's anything perfect, but I thought it was a very solid film. So I was very excited to see what she'd do in this movie. And I must say, while this movie is good, it's nothing bad. I will say that I think I heightened my expectations way too high. But let's start with the positives. First off, Florence Pugh. Give this woman an Oscar. She was absolutely astonishing in this movie. She could just command the scene. And it's weird because she makes all the other actors, who are doing a great job by the way, even Harry Styles does a pretty good job, she makes them look bad because of how good she is in this film. Her chemistry with Harry Styles is strong enough to make the romance believable, and I really do feel bad for her when you notice that what he's actually doing to her is kind of affecting her life a lot. The way this movie builds up to the reveal of what's actually happening under the surface was very well done. I will get into the reveal soon and what I didn't like about it, but I really do think the build up was great and you just keep wondering, oh, what's happening? What's happening? It's very well done and there's little subtle hints there to say this is exactly what's happening, but you never really notice them, and I really like this film did that. The film is also beautifully shot. This is one of the best looking movies of the year for me, and I really like the 50s aesthetic. The production designers did a fantastic job making it seem like this film was set in the 1950s. They really got their money's worth for this film. But back to the direction, it's just beautiful to look at. The camera work, the colours, some of the cinematography was absolutely fantastic. I really like the music in this film as well, especially in the tense scenes where we hear these loud chants. Just really helps the tone and gives this a very disturbing atmosphere. Now, as for problems with the movie, the ending. But unfortunately, if I want to talk about the ending and the reveal, I have to talk about spoilers. So skip to this time code here if you don't want this movie spoiled at all. And when you have watched it, come back and see what you think about my opinion. So the reveal is that Jack, the husband of the couple, is chaining up his wife, drugging her, and forcing her to live in this virtual world where it seems all perfect. Because in the real world, he can't get a job, he's struggling for money. Every time he goes to work, he goes into the real world to try and make sure the house is still with them. And apparently all the men are doing this to their wives because they're all struggling too. Now, this reveal would have been good if it was explained a bit more, because I left with so many questions. Why did Chris Pine's character make this? How did he make it? Is he some sort of genius, tech genius? Who knows? The movie never tells me. The ending as well isn't really satisfying because it leaves you with too many unanswered questions. The final shot is Alice manages to get back to the real world because guys in the real world are coming to kill her. That's all good and all, but she was chained to the bed and she was drugged. So did the guys come and kill her? Was she alive? I don't know, unfortunately. That's the thing, we don't even know if our main character survives. That's not really a very satisfying ending. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're happy that she's out of that world, but this guy's coming to kill her. She might be dead. So it's not really a satisfying ending and a happy ending. There's also no build up to Chris Pine's character's death. Frank, the villain in this film, his wife just straight up stabs him out of nowhere. There was no build up to it. There was one shot of her looking concerned and then all of a sudden it just stabs him. And it just felt really weird and out of place. He has no backstory to make me latch onto, to make me understand why he created this project. The only thing I know is he says, oh, I just want everyone to be happy and everything. But what led you to this? Did you have struggles with your wife or something? That's the thing. It's never told me. So I can't really connect to him more. He's not really the best villain ever, but this ending and the lack of backstory for this villain are the biggest problems with this film for me. And that's what really tanks this film a little bit. By no means is this a bad film. It is a very solid film. It's got some fantastic performances. It's beautifully shot. The music's great. I really like the build up to the reveal. I thought that was great. The reveal as well could be good. It's just that it's not explained well. That's the problem with this film. But I would suggest this film. I really did like this film. It's a solid film. It does send a good message about how overprotectiveness can affect your relationships, which I think is a very good message to send. So I'm going to give Don't Worry Darling a 7 out of 10. If you're not going to see this film because of the online controversy, I'd say just scrap all that. It's not important. Just watch the film for the film, guys. Don't just give it negative reviews because of the behind the scenes stuff. But guys, that is it for the end of this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Next time, I think I'm going to be reviewing Smile, the new horror film, which I'm not really excited for, but hey, if you want to be a movie critic, you've got to see some crap, haven't you? But either way, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.